Good morning, everyone. This is Sarah from Ocean Dreams Reiki, and what I wanted to do was show everyone, let me adjust that a little bit so you can see, show everyone what it looks like when I do a distant Reiki session. So I have this laid out because last night I did Reiki session for several people, and I'm going to go through a little bit of the step-by-step process. So first what we do is we call in and connect to our guides, our guardians, to the universe, to the goddess, to the god, to whomever or whatever that you might ascribe to. And we ask for their protection, for their light, their love to surround us, and to also surround the person that we're going to send Reiki to, or crystal healing or chakra healing. And then what we do is we connect to that person and their guides. And what we like to do at first is to do a cleansing. So we're just kind of wiping down their energy. And what I did last night, I did something new, is I grounded it into this pua shell, the abalone shell here. And I imagine that being cleansed. Imagine that cleansing the energy that I was washing away. Because I like to work with ocean energy. So very gentle sometimes, sometimes more forceful to stir it up. But I like to ground the energy up down there. So we like to do it 3 times. Imagine going all over your body, on the front of your body, and to the back of your body. And then what we would do is, depending on the person and depending on if your practitioner might intuitively pick up that they might need to start Reiki at their crown chakra, or they might need to start Reiki at their root chakra. Now, one of the persons that I know needs Reiki right now, she needs to be more grounded. So in her daily life or her daily activities. So what I'm going to do is start at the root, or actually start at the earth chakra, and imagine connecting to Mother Earth and pulling up that grounding, stable energy up through her root chakra, via the earth chakra, and then going to her sacral chakra, this orange card here, and that energy continuing coming up to her solar plexus and up to her heart chakra. And what I like to do is anchor that grounding energy into her heart chakra. And then what I would do next is to pull in more of that universal energy using my hand, or sometimes I'll work with like a selenite wand like this. One of my friends made this beautiful wand, Janice, and I'll imagine pulling the energy from the universe and down now through her soul chakra above her head, down into her crown chakra, down into her third eye chakra, down into her throat chakra, and then tie that energy together in her heart chakra along with the grounding energy. And then sometimes what I visualize is those energies combining and then overflowing around the entire being, their entire body. And then other times that energy will come through all the way up and around over our body, into our aura, and then other times that energy will go all the way down straight into Mother Earth, connecting, and then coming back up and joining. Every time is a different situation, and there's no right way, there's no wrong way. It's whatever you are being guided to when you're doing your sessions, when you're doing your Reiki, when you're calling in that energy from the universe. So what I like to do is connect with their heart chakra and focus on that, because that person is actually a Leo, and so Leos They work with their heart a lot. They're very heart-centered. So we're going to focus on extra energy there too, as well as with her root chakra. And then we went through each of the individual chakras. So during a chakra balancing session, what I would do is focus on balancing. You can't see my hands over here, but there's a quartz crystal on top, and for the soul chakra, so our chakra above our heads, and I focus on balancing from heaven to earth, or soul to earth, balancing their energy there, and then balancing from crown to root, and third eye to sacral, and then throat to solar plexus, and then we end in the heart chakra again. Bringing in that balance, that centering, focusing on that yin-yang energy. And then I might extend out to their hand chakras and calling on for that to be activated within, so they can work on their own self-care. Because this person's also a Reiki practitioner, but sometimes she just doesn't feel guided to do the Reiki. So what I was thinking is that if her hand chakras might need to be reactivated, and like she might start feeling in her hands more, to kind of encourage her to do more self-care on herself. And that is all up to, it's not up to me, it's up to, I put that intention out to the universe, and if her soul, if her higher self chooses to, you know, accept and work with that energy, then that is up to her. But I know this person very well, so sometimes she needs a little nudge. And so, and I have her permission to do the Reiki for her too. So that, you always want to get the person's permission. If you can't, then what you could do is put the intention out there to connect with their guides and their higher self, and saying that if that person chooses to accept this Reiki for their highest good, then so be it. Okay? So this way you're kind of covered. You're not forcing the Reiki on someone who doesn't want it, or maybe doesn't even need it. You know, but you might want to send them out of the kindness of your heart, or you feel really guided or called to do. But we still want to ask, you know, permission, so we connect to their higher selves. And then at the end of the session, or during the session, we might scan the different areas of their chakras to see if we pick up energy, more energy in a certain area that might need some extra healing, like their throat chakra. Maybe they're having issues communicating their truth, speaking their truth, or getting a point across. So we might focus, you know, sending some extra Reiki there. Or simply, they really need a good cleansing. So we just imagine after you do the Reiki, sending it, imagine doing extra cleansing of other chakras, and then their whole aura, the space around them. And it's been scientifically proven that we all have energy fields. Every living creature has an energy field around them. So we want to kind of cleanse the space around them too, because what happens is that whatever is in our aura, whatever's in our energy field, if, you know, we have some issues there, that eventually it'll manifest into the physical body. So if we could clear it before it becomes, you know, an issue like pain in your stomach, or, you know, headaches, something like that. If you could clear it in your aura, then it doesn't have time to manifest in the body. And then another thing, what I like to do is I have a Palo Santo wand. If you guys could see it right there. This is one that I've burned on both ends, but I inscribe peace on it, and peace, love, and Reiki on it. And because I like to put affirmations on the Palo Santo wands, and I sell those in my Etsy shop too. because I feel like the Palo Santo is a sacred wood. It's a holy wood. They're collected, you know, harvested ethically in South Africa, or South America, sorry about that. And it already has its own special energy, but adding the affirmation to it kind of gives it an extra layer, and I feel that it helps. It helps me. So then what I do is I like to use the Palo Santo to go over one more time, to imagine clearing the space around them. And then what I like to do is clear each of the crystals too. And I also infuse each crystal and each chakra with the Reiki symbols. When you're a Reiki practitioner at level 2 and up, you receive different Reiki symbols. And so that I might physically draw those Reiki symbols and infuse it into their chakras, into their aura with the Palo Santo or with one of the selenite wands, or you can do it with your fingers too. So I would do that before I close out the session. And end it there. And so now this person is balanced. Her chakras have been balanced. The energy is grounded and cleansed. And then what I also like to do is thank her guides, thank my guides for being here with us in the session, and for all the work that has been done by the universe, through me. And I might set an affirmation for her. Today is her birthday, so sending the affirmation that she has another beautiful year ahead of her. Good health, happiness, love, and light. And then thanking her guides, thanking the universe. And then what I might do after is kind of break up the energy like that, because we want to disconnect with a person so you don't start taking on their energy or any issues, and they don't, you know, continue that connection with you and pick up on your energy. Because sometimes I'll have maybe a 5-minute break and then I'll do a session for someone else. So you want to make sure that you disconnect the energy. I don't have it here right now, but there's a, somewhere, I think the kids have it downstairs, a sound chime that I'll use, and I'll ding that. And that sound is really the best thing to use to break up the energy, to make that disconnect. So that is what a Reiki session might look like. Every time it's something different. Sometimes I use the crystals because I love adding that extra layer of healing. Sometimes I just simply sit and focus and visualize going down through that person and working all the chakras just like that. You don't need all the tools, but sometimes it's just fun to work with them, right? And so right now what I'm going to do is, as a thank you for you guys watching this whole video, I'm going to send anyone who's watching the video now, or if you're watching it later at another time, well, this isn't live, so everyone will be watching this at another time. But I'm going to be sending Reiki for everyone who watches this to receive the Reiki if they choose to accept it for their highest good. So just relax. You could take a deep breath, and I'll send Reiki for a moment. You might be able to hear my kids in the background. They're downstairs right now. But just stay focused and relaxed. Be open to receive the Reiki for your highest good, for your highest healing, to help encourage you and empower you on your own self-healing journey. Because sometimes we just need a little boost, a little help from the universe or help from a friend. But we all have the power of healing within. We all have the power to create whatever it is we want in our lives, to manifest beautiful things, beautiful ideas, to manifest love and light. And always remember to be grateful and send that energy out to others who may need it as well. And even if you don't think that you have the energy flowing through you, we do. But just positive thoughts create energy. Positive thoughts create ideas. And just by simply stating a prayer or saying something positive about that person, they're going to feel that on some level of their being. So thank you guys for being here today. And I hope you have a beautiful week. I hope you have a beautiful month. I hope you have a beautiful life. And may the Reiki flow to you, connect to you, and bring many blessings towards you. Namaste.